a lot of people listen to the album so far, and they've heard like rough cuts of it, and it's crazy because a bunch of tracks have been leaked, and that wasn't supposed to happen, but it did, and there's really no way to stop it, especially nowadays. Like there's no way to stop music from getting on the site. And I love it though. Like I love the fact that the music is leaked because it's kind of just promotion. It's like promotion you're not really worried about. So yeah, the bunch of tracks was released off of the albums already, and the response is great, man.
Yeah.
People really loving it. We got a bunch of joints, a bunch of producers we worked with in this album. Big D was one of the main producers on the album. Rock Wilder, of course. My boy State Dent, he's insane. Writer-wise, I wrote a couple joints on the album. Then we also had State Dent wrote a couple joints. And then my boy, just like, I can't even, it's like me even saying the prefix RIP before his name just feels weird. But, Static, of course, Static Major wrote a bunch of the joints on the album. And the single You Save My Life was a joint that he wrote. And, man, it's like, that song right there, man, when he wrote it and played it for me, I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
It hit me, man, because it's a true story, and I felt like, damn, how's this guy in my head? Like, how did he know that that's what I was going through? I mean, clearly he didn't know that I was going through that, but I guess it's just something that everybody goes through. A lot of us have been through that type of situation. So yeah, and that was like the lead-off single for the album. It's All About You, and the song, man, is Billboard charts and all the radio charts, and people just love the joint. All the fans can relate to it. Everybody has been through a situation like that. Like a lot of ladies hit me up, and they tell me how much that song has affected them, and how much they go through the same thing, whether it's their boyfriend or their husband or whatever or their brother or a family member that's been locked up, and how the dude just helped them out, and it's like everybody has like different stories. Everybody has different stories that can relate to the song, but it's just a relatable song. It's one of those songs that I think everyone has kind of been through.
Yeah.
But yeah, You Saved My Life, man. That joint right there is definitely a song that's going to be with me forever, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was definitely going through that situation myself where, I had a young lady, in my life at the time, and if it wasn't for her, I kind of would have made some wrong moves, I would have taken some wrong turns, I would have made the wrong decisions in my life, man, and if it wasn't for her being in my life, I probably would have just done some crazy things, man. I thank Static so much for giving me the ability to voice that part of me that I never really had a chance to voice about this woman, man, who really honestly saved my life. Like, just playing it out simple, she pretty much saved my life from going one direction. She took it, she helped me take it to another direction,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So You Saved My Life was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Pretty hot joint right there. And Static, man, he wrote a bunch of joints, man. Let Me See You, that feature Trick Daddy. The production that was done by Big D. Running Back to You, that was also a Big D production. And then of course a song that a lot of people are talking about, Hell No.
Yeah.
Hell No was also written by Static, and it's like all these joints, man. The dude just he just pumped out hits, classic hits, It's a shame, man. It's a shame that such talented writer and artist and this person, man, it's gone so soon. It's like he really, man, he was really about to embark on some huge things, man. His life, like career-wise, it's everything else-wise, and it's just like, damn, he's gone. It's crazy.
I wanted to ask you because you mentioned, a few songs you worked on with Static, and
Yeah.
like for Hell No, and we had actually had the chance to hear Static's version of the song before we even had, we didn't, the Static blog I work on, we hadn't even discovered you as an artist. We didn't, even realize he had worked with you as an artist. And then when we did, we're like, oh wow, so this is where these songs went to, because those were obviously demos.
Right.
And
So you heard the demos.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we
That's wild. So you heard the demos before you heard the LP joint. Right?
yeah, we didn't even know they were demos at the time. And then
Got it
when
here.
we heard your version, we're like, oh wow, that's crazy that he worked with this artist, and then this is where they ended up. So that just kind of blew our mind in that sense. And
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you could tell me all. I mean, you mentioned a few songs, but were those the only songs you guys worked on? I don't think you mentioned the song "Good Life." That was another one too.
Yeah, yeah, Good Life. Good Life was a joint that Static wrote as well.
Hmm.
The reason I didn't mention that one was because the record label wasn't really sure if they were gonna release it or not.
Okay.
But yeah, that is a record that Static wrote as well. And me personally, I like that song a lot. You know what I mean? I like that joint. I like the feel of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was it was one of those joints, man. I remember we was in the studio and they had kind of like put the music around or whatever, and Static was like, he always had like this it's like his trademark thing, like that voice about like the thing he does with his voice that just makes him completely different than everybody else. And I think for the things that he did, I think Ricky kind of took from him also. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like this little, it's a certain tone he has,
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually trying to emulate it. I was actually trying to replicate that tone on the record when we were doing Good Life, and it just wasn't sounding right. So I was like, nah, let me not do that.
Yeah.
And so I kind of just made it my own or whatever. But yeah, man. Like sitting here today, I'm still thinking like, damn, I can't believe Money died, yo.
Yeah.
I can't believe he passed away. It was just crazy. Such a
Yeah.
young dude like that, so talented.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Good Life. Yeah, definitely did Good Life. And Good Life was that feel good record, man. That was actually one of the last joints we cut.
Yeah.
With Static.
Mm-hmm.
Was Good Life. And at that point, it was kind of just like we were feeling happy about the project. We were feeling happy about the album. And just went in the studio, just felt good about singing about the good life. You know what I mean? So it was one of the joys we just, talking about just living good.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. Cause actually, I think about maybe I want to say maybe a week before we cut that joint, Good Life. We was chilling at the producer's house. Big D, it was me, Big D, Static, and we were all just chilling, just watching a basketball game, just sitting on the couch, eating chicken and everything, man. Just rapping, just chilling, just nice, just doing nothing, just relaxing, enjoying life. And that was like one of the opportunities I got to sit with Static and really just get to know him. You know what I mean? I really got a chance to learn about this man, and about how humble he was, man. He was such a humble dude. I mean, I remember we were sitting around watching TV, watching the game, and not once did he talk about any of the joints he's done, like any of the artists he's worked with, and like how he's the type of dude, man, that you look at and you just never would imagine that he was behind all these records.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, such a cool dude, man.
Yeah.